to the 40,
Yeah.
to the 30, to the 20. He can go all the way to the 10.
Know what's going on? Come on now.
Clocking out, I had to drop you on your YouTube scroller. Call up Money Junkie, we done got the conversation router. Hit up Blu and ask him which one his parlay's going. Call a couple hours.
YouTube, what it is, what's poppin'? We got another episode of Conversation Junkies, and it's your boy.
It's your boy Blue, man. What going on, man?
And it's your boy Money Junkie, man. I'm upset. He upset.
I'm not upset.
We got a lot to talk about with this March Madness. First of all, we're gonna start with this Auburn loss.
First of all, before we get started, you know you gotta do the introduction. You know what? We actually gotta make a clip about that. But y'all, welcome in to Conversation Junkies. Appreciate y'all for joining in. Make sure y'all go like, comment, and subscribe down at the bottom. Y'all let us know how y'all feeling about these videos and what we putting up and all the content. And with that being said, my bad. Go ahead and ask your question again.
How you feel about the Auburn loss, man? We're gonna start off with the March Madness. We're gonna start off with the semifinals first.
Yeah. If anything, I should ask you about the Auburn loss. How do you feel? Because that was your team. You picked them to win. You could ask me
I picked them to win.
Yeah, you guys.
My team is LSU. Oh, Auburn, y'all had the lead. Y'all was hooping. My boy Brownie, he was hooping. Like number 21 from Florida couldn't stop him. But he got tired. You can't get tired at a time like that. I'm talking about he started the game balling. They went into halftime. They up. Came back second half. I didn't know what team that was out there. Oh, that hurt my heart. Broke my whole bracket up. But shout out to Florida though.
Broke your bracket up, bro. Your bracket damn big. No.
But I had Auburn at least winning it. You know what I'm saying? My bracket was broke, yeah, but it was hanging on by a thread.
Y'all hear him. I feel like, honestly, it was, I really like it, to be honest. Like you said, it was kind of a one-man show for Auburn from the jump. And I mean, for them, it didn't really look like they wanted it until like they seen they was about to lose. That's how I felt about it. Like, we'll get into the championship game in a little minute, but it was the same way. They kind of played lazy out the gate, Auburn, and I don't know, Florida just wanted it more. I did some. Hold up, who did they run through? The Florida Gators ran through the number 1 team Auburn, beat top 5 Texas Tech, top 5 Maryland, 2-time defending champ in UConn, and like one of the 18-game winning streak.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Florida had a harder schedule.
Facts, yeah. So it's not like I can't say that
they ain't deserve it.
But
it's the way the game started. I'm like, shit, Auburn finna walk the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hurt.
That's all I have to say. I mean, they put their grit in. You know, we're gonna get into the depths of. I keep wanting to talk about the championship because it's so fresh on my mind. But
well, let's go ahead and get on your Duke team. They lost.
Yeah. I have to say that was more the upset. The fact that, you know what, Florida deserved to win. Because the fact that Duke made us watch that and made us watch Houston in that game, I'm real mad about that. I say, I mean, they just wet the bed. Honestly, I felt like Houston was the better team. They played scrappy. Cooper Flag.
Moment too big. Pissed down his leg.
Yeah, he just pissed down the leg. That's all it is. I mean, Cooper played a great game. He had like what, 21, 18?
Yeah.
Now,
like don't get me wrong. There was a questionable call at the end of the game with that Cooper Flag foul. I didn't too much agree with that, but hey, it is what it is. Shouldn't be in that situation.
Yeah, he should have been in that situation, but I mean, to me, it looked like a foul. I was like, that's why you said. I mean,
it's questionable,
but you know, right there, you gotta let them play. And then, they give you a chance at the end of the game. I mean, you missed a shot. Hey, pissed down your leg. You seen Buddy from Houston. He made his 2 free throws.
Exactly.
And he got the read. Sometimes you just gotta show up.
Who wanted more?
Who wanted more? And you know what? And I was gonna ask you this.
Let's get into it.
No. Before we get there, I was just gonna ask you this.
What's happening?
Because, you know, I'm a North Carolina fan, so obviously, like I said,
I ain't even peep when he got on.
I'm ripping my team today, but how you feel like Cooper Flag gonna translate to the NBA?
Boy gonna hoop. I ain't gonna gonna lie, that boy gonna hoop. I wasn't a big fan of him because I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention to him during the season. But watching him during these little Sweet 16, Final Four, all that, white boy can hoop.
He the real deal for sure. What would you like to see him like go like NBA wise? But you gotta think of like you can't just put him anywhere now. You gotta think of like the
lottery. I see him lottery. Spurs. Him and Wemby.
The Spurs.
Him and Wemby.
They just come on now. You know Adam Silver ain't gonna let that happen. They just got Wemby.
It's possible though.
Stephon Castle. I don't think it's gonna work that way.
Where you see him going?
That's it. Me personally.
Cause I did see this on Twitter. Somebody said Detroit, but I don't want that one.
Me personally, I want to see him in Miami.
The Spoelstra?
That's what I'm saying. They're supposed to make him a dog. And then
superstar first year.
I mean, the Miami ain't really got no big name player. I mean, they got Bam and Tyler Hero.
I was just about to say, what you gonna do? Because him and Bam really the same. Bam can shoot, Bam can run the point, Bam can play five.
Bam is a center. That's not the same thing at all.
Shit, the way Cooper Flag built, he can play center.
But he's a guard. Come on now.
Bam a guard.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about here?
Bam a guard.
Bam is like what, 6'9", 6'10"? He's an undersized.
I was about to say, he's an undersized center, but I don't even think he's that big.
Yeah, he about 6'10". Like, nah, Cooper like what, 6'5" maybe?
6'6".
Yeah, 6'6". He a guard for sure. But I just think he need a place where like he could expand his game. Like he don't have to worry about nobody else. You know what I mean? Getting in his way. Like it's kind of, I don't want to say his team sort of scenario, but more of a.
You're right. He's 6'9".
He's 6'9"?
Yeah.
Who? Bam? Yeah. He ain't tall, but I wouldn't consider him the same player. Like Bam is a big man, glass cleaner. He gonna do the dirty work, and then Cooper is like a 3-level guard. Like he just gonna put the ball in the bucket.
Right.
He a straight shooting guard to me. That's how I see him. If I had to compare him.
I like the fact that he left-handed though.
Yeah, come on now. You know, us my bad. Us as the lefty, we gonna put it on him. But if I had to compare him, I'd say he kind of remind me of like Kentucky Devin Booker.
No.
That's how he kind of, you know, that's how the game I see, but that's just me. I ain't saying he gonna be Devin Booker.
Right.
I'm just saying the way he played.
From his college.
From the earlier days. That's just what I see. That's just me. I don't know. We'll see what he land. Y'all let us know in the comments. But the other question I have for you is, what's up with Duke, man? Why didn't you win? They getting all this top tier talent.
You asked me like that about team.
No,
but I say honestly, I feel like they're not building a team. They just getting great players who know how to hoop.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You building damn near a one-man army.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here, you get the ball. We know, like, if I'm a defensive team, I know who getting the ball the last play of the game. But they're not building a team full of, or they're not having good chemistry together.
I mean, because like we talked about earlier, they ain't won their last chip since Anthony Davis. And they done had all this talent over, like the last 9-10 years.
Zion was there.
Zion, RJ, Brandon Ingram, Luke Kennard, Marvin Bagley, like a whole bunch of talent, like a whole bunch of top 1 talent. And this year, they got 3 people that could easily go in the top 10, if not top 15.
Easy.
And it's
Coop,
like,
I ain't gonna lie, Coop might go 1.
Nah, Coop is. That's why I asked you that, because he's for sure the best player coming out the draft. It's just, I don't know. I don't get it. Is it? I just feel like a lot of these other schools is kind of getting that same look as far as, you know what I mean, the talent and everything.
And plus that NIL, people going with people.
Yeah.
People going with people they grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we already got chemistry. We ain't got to build chemistry.
Yeah.
You know? And look. For instance, look at Auburn. All of them been there 4+ years.
Yeah, and that's what helped build the better team to me. Like, it's not like talent only gets you so far when it comes to that chemistry. Like, it does build the next part.
Like, look, next level. You had KD, Kyrie, and James Harden.
Yeah,
Didn't win nothing.
Ain't work. That was one of the biggest What NBA fumbles of all time? But then again, KD is also the same person. You did you see that US Gold documentary on Netflix? KD also was the same person that said, "Hey man, y'all been together all these years. That don't matter when you gotta guard stuff. Like, what is that? All that keep team chemistry gonna do for you? Like,
but all that team chemistry don't matter neither. When it comes to KD,
who like you know? I ain't gonna say Duke done had some KDs come out, but they done had some players like.
You know my second favorite player, Kyrie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just the way it's just looking like ain't nobody scared of Duke no more. You know, back in the
it was Duke.
Yeah, but hey, no Carolina too now. Yeah, that's what I said from Tar Heels. UConn, what they call them, the Blue Bloods, but now it's looking like all these other schools is
LSU sometimes
getting it.
We'll get there sometimes.
Nah, the girls.
The boy too. We'll get there every now and then. Shout out to them.
Y'all ain't getting nowhere past like the 8.
We used to. What you we don't want to. I said every now and then they're getting me.
Yeah. Everybody getting there at some point in the time. Florida just won. That could, you know what? Let me not disrespect them, man. With that being said, y'all, we gonna get into this championship game.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Man, we got Florida with the upset over Houston, 65-63. Close game all the way around. Man, how you feel about this game?
I'm gonna tell the truth. I had my money on Florida, but I had a side bet on the underdogs to pull it off.
You double nigging.
I had a side, you know.
You reneging, y'all.
I had a side bet with Houston just in case, you know. Sometimes the underdogs pull it out. And from the beginning of the game till the last 5 to 10 minutes,
Houston looked like they had it.
Houston looked like they were going to pull it out. And I wasn't mad, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But hey, Mama was too big for Buddy with the dreads. Fake
yeah. Nah, they ain't with not Castle. They said his name all night. Sharp,
yeah. Sharp. Mama was just too big. He could have pulled something else out of his ass, but
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he wasn't even the person to get a ball. Like, he's not the one to get a ball to right there in that moment. Honestly, number 4 for Houston, what's his name? Reed or what was
Richard?
his name? Nah, not
no,
Richard.
Richard was Florida.
Not Richard. I think it was Reed, the smallest dude on the court, number 4, banging. I'm talking about the whole game. As a matter of fact, the whole title run all the way from to this point, number 4 has been killing. Smallest person on the court. I think he dropped like what, 27 or 30. I don't know. Every time I looked up, he was getting a bucket for him. Hey, if nobody else felt worse about that loss, I know you did, little bro. That man.
See, talking about LJ. Yeah.
LJ. What's his last name?
Cool. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how to say it.
Nah, it's not that hard of a name. It's not that hard of a name.
It's like Kruger or some shit. Cryer. Yeah, Cryer.
That's what I'm. Yeah. That boy was hooping. I mean, it looked like he only put up 19 points, but that was a tough 19 points that he put up. And I ain't gonna lie, each one of those bucks was necessary. But it just wasn't enough, man. Over and all though, I feel it was interesting like the last 2 minutes, but it was kind of a boring championship.
It was. I mean, there was a couple dunks in. Shout out number 5 for Florida, but it was the dreads. He came out the bench.
No. That white boy off the bench for Florida. What's his name? Thomas.
Oh yeah. He did something too. But Richard came in 2 threes back to back.
He did.
They came banging up down. Like, okay,
but he was an energizer. But nah, Duke Auburn would have been a way better game. I feel like.
Most definitely. But then again, Florida, their best player didn't even hoop.
Yeah, he did. That's what I was gonna talk about. I was like, for one, let me like the whole rundown of the game was okay. So, boom, the game started. I don't know, Florida. Like I said, Florida just came out like real slow. Like and that's what I was telling a couple of my coworkers. Before the game even started, they asked me who I thought was gonna win. I said Houston. but I said Houston because I said they the scrappier team. Like, you know,
Oh, that, like,
you know,
get into
yeah,
it.
you know, they get into it and they came straight out the gate, like putbacks, slam dunking, like they just put the pressure on Florida and like Florida was barely hanging on, like started drifting off and what's his name, number 1,
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie, I thought,
I can't remember anybody's name tonight.
bro, when he came,
Martin.
Yeah,
no, Clayton.
When he came, I'm talking about this off the tip off. When they got the rebound, because you know Houston shot the ball first. When they got the rebound and he got across half court, bang! If he would have seen that first one go in, it was gonna be a long.
I mean, he dropped 37 against Auburn, so it's not like he already didn't have a hot hand.
Right.
I guess you know what? From watching the Houston game too, versus Duke, the same thing that Sharp had. That's the same thing that Clinton had.
Yeah, definitely.
They both came out. They had a great semifinal game, and they came out.
No, that's a lie. Sharp did not have a great
Sharp. He did.
No, that nigga was 3 for 12 and showed up them last 5-10 minutes.
But hey, you gotta show up.
That's what I'm saying. He showed up when it mattered. He ain't had no good game. We're not gonna say that.
Yeah, you're right. But when the number was called at the time, he showed up. So you know, you know what they say. They ain't always here, but when you need them and they there, hey, that's all you need.
And that's what they tried to do again for him last night. You know, it just
he did good being like the option at the time, but that wasn't the moment.
But Clayton came in with his hands up, made him adjust it, and he dropped the ball.
Yeah, that was, and I like the fact how even in the first half, how he couldn't get his shot going. Like he still was in. Like after they benched him, he came out that second half and like he ain't let that phase him. Yeah. And that's what that bright light gets him. Yeah. He started getting off some assists. Boom, he got his rhythm back right. All right, he got his confidence back right. He had like 2 and 1s. Yeah. They was tough buckets too. Came back, boom, got his 3 going. Like you said, the defense started picking up. Florida picked it up the second half because I thought it was over with.
That's what I'm saying. Like them boys, they figured it out. Your best player not playing good. All right, somebody else got to pick up the slack. Shout out Richard. Shout out the white boy who came out the bench.
Both of them. No. Both. Thomas Hall and Condon.
Yeah.
Number 50. Yeah. Both them white boys were nice. Them big men was putting the pressure on them, like I said, and I mean Houston just had the team effort, but they just didn't really.
But Clayton almost messed up at the end of the game with that inbound pass.
Oh yeah.
But you almost ruined your NBA chances.
I mean, the way they were looking, it wasn't looking too good for them at the beginning. Like I said, hey, ain't nobody gonna remember that semifinal loss.
Yeah.
Then we remember the winners. So
right.
Hey, he got it down, and you could tell it meant a lot to him at the end of the game because like if they didn't win that, it was gonna be hurt for him.
Yeah, he was gonna blame himself.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, the same way LJ played like.
Shout out to short players.
He did everything he could, but like at the end of the day, like he felt it in his chest. Like I did everything I could.
It's nothing I could. It's nothing else more I could have did.
You could always make more shots, but I feel you like he did the best.
Yeah.
With what he had.
It wasn't like he ain't go out there and give it his all.
Yeah. I would have thought the scrappery team was gonna pull it through, but I don't even know what to tell them because Florida didn't even lead until like the last 20 seconds of the game.
Exactly.
So it's like. It's
all about
it's all about the circumstance of it. Like, I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about him, Sharp making that play? How do you feel about that play?
The pass or
the last play?
The last
Sharp play. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I feel personally, I knew he was getting the ball because of what he did the last game.
Yeah.
But Clayton came up with a great defensive play. Can't be mad. I feel like. Well, now that I'm actually thinking about it, I feel like they shouldn't have went for the win. Tie the game up.
Yeah.
I'd rather take my chances going to overtime.
Yeah. I figured. I was finna say with the game on the line, go for the throat. But nah, you gotta live to see another day with that one.
Exactly.
I agree. Like I said, me personally, I felt like Foe should have had the ball in his hand at the end of the game.
This is your game 7.
Yeah,
this
is your game 7. You gotta give it to the hot hand. It don't matter about who the bigger name. Like Sharp been good for them all year. We're not gonna downplay him. Like, I don't know if he's gonna get to the NBA. He might be a mid to late round pick, but like at that moment, that just wasn't your game, man. And then everybody else looked around at the ball like it's not the championship. That like everybody else put a JR moment, and I'm like, bro, what's going on right now?
Because the shot was rushed. They wasted. They wasted
so much time, bro. They wasted so much time.
I feel like they wanted to win the game. If you're a coach,
they pressed.
They
was pressing too much. That's what it was. They overthinking. They all thought it, like you said, the moment got too big. It's down the lid, man. Ain't even nothing else to say about it.
Can't go back, man.
With that being said, congratulations to Florida Gators. Really fuck the Gators, man. I'm a Georgia Bulldog. They felt to be fuck the Gators, but I guess.
Matter of fact, do you want to go to that game next year?
Wait, Georgia and Florida?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Georgia Florida line?
Yeah,
most definitely.
Come on, man. And we're gonna be 50-yard line.
Man, we're supposed to go to the Colorado game, man, but
ooh,
it's
be cold in Buffalo.
We could wait till they play. I think they got Georgia Southern.
Oh yeah, we did.
I think they got a Georgia Southern game this year. We'll see how they go. But as a matter of fact, shout out to the Gators, man. I seen a couple of them videos. Y'all, it looked like y'all was definitely lit down there last night. I heard a couple malls was getting tossed up to the players. So, hey, y'all be safe out there. And with that being said, we're gonna jump into a little bit of which one? You wanna jump into the NBA or the NFL?
Let's go NFL. Nah, go NBA because it's hot. It's hot right now.
You know what? No. Before we get that out of the way, let's go to the NFL real quick.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because I want to see how you feel. Like the Pittsburgh Steelers. What y'all gonna do? Is y'all gonna get Aaron Rodgers or not?
No, I heard Aaron Rodgers want to go to Minnesota.
Well, Minnesota say that they don't want Aaron Rodgers, but they still in talks.
Exactly. So therefore, I feel like he's pulling the Brett Favre. Green Bay, New York, Minnesota.
He's not doing it as good as Brett Favre did it though. Brett Favre.
Well, only got one championship.
No, true. But I'm saying at least Brett Favre, when he was with Minnesota, he took him to the championship at least. He didn't take him to the Super Bowl, but he had more playoff success after he left Green Bay than what Aaron Rodgers is right now.
I get what you're saying. But hey, shit, he ain't had no success in the Jets either. He's literally going in the same order Brett Favre went.
Yeah, I understand.
But we'll see.
He goes to the Steelers.
I don't think he's going. I honestly believe we finna draft Jalen Milroe. Do I want that? No, but I definitely feel it coming.
The way the draft looking and the way these mock drafts is, honestly, y'all might not even get Milroe. Cause listen, if the Browns and the Giants don't get a quarterback in the first round, which they might not. Browns
for sure. I don't know. I ain't gonna say for sure, but they might grab Shadur.
See, Shadur determines the rest of the list, right?
Right.
Yeah, because it's like number one Tennessee, like, well, whoever the first quarterback is, they're gonna get Cam Ward. Like that's, I don't want to say it's a given because anything can happen on draft night, but we kind of know for certain that Cam Ward is gonna be the first quarterback off the board. Wherever he at, I mean, it's just I don't want to say it's a drop off between Cam and Shador because they really both. I don't want to say the best, but in any of the draft, none of them would really be a number one draft. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that being said, the drop off from 1 to 2 quarterback wise ain't the same as every other position.
Right. I get it. Okay, I'm following you now. All right.
Whoever get Cam Ward, it's gonna be so many other good players before the next person have to really get a quarterback. And it's like, do you really believe in Shador? Like the teams that all need a quarterback.
He always had his dad.
Yeah.
So is it you?
Or is it your dad?
Exactly.
Yeah. He went everywhere he's been, But that's because Dion's been everywhere with him.
Right.
But with that being said, we don't know if Dion came up without his son either.
You finna find
Yeah,
out.
we finna find out.
Is your son making you look good, or is you making your son look good? Oh, we got both.
I think they just both good together, but I think they also both are good in their own.
Is this Bill Belichick and Tom Brady?
Hey man, it could be more of a nah, I don't want to say that. Never mind. I'll say that back. I was gonna say it's more of a Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, but I don't even want to put them in that type of space yet.
Andy couldn't win in Philly. Andy went to Pat. This is winning.
Okay, yeah, but Andy made quarterback talent. I ain't gonna say he made quarterback talent, but the better talent he had at quarterback, the more, you know what I'm saying, success he had.
Andy had Vic.
He did have Vic, but come on now. That was like post jail Vic. Like, come on now.
True.
And then I mean he did have the now, but that's like the earlier days.
Yeah,
he was still getting over all his coaching. He was a young folk. Yeah, he was still a young folk then, so I ain't gonna even count that.
And then you was still going against Mike Tomlin.
That's what I'm saying. By the time he got the Pat, like he really became even with Alex, he shouldn't have been winning how he was winning with Alex Smith. Come on now. All he needed was
a quarterback.
Yeah, once you get that goat in your room, just you see what it take off.
True.
But we done went too far down the rabbit hole. Where was he going? Oh, draft. Shador. Yeah. So yeah, I said all that to say, if the Browns or the Giants don't take Shador, which is possible, he could fall to the Saints at 9. If y'all pick him up at 21. But I said all that to say, if the Giants and Cleveland don't pick a quarterback in the first round, they could easily still get one in the second round before you.
All right. But who do we pick in the first?
Y'all need a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot.
We need offensive linemen.
Y'all need. I don't know why it is y'all can't fix offensive linemen. I get it. Tomlin is a defensive coach, but you gotta figure out. You gotta figure out, or have somebody else figure out that other side of the ball.
Yeah, good. Honestly, we need 2 things. No, 3. I'm lying. We need an offensive lineman, we need a damn quarterback, and we need a running back.
Yeah.
And we need a second-string running back because
Jalen Warren got on.
Yeah, he gonna be out on line.
You happy with that?
I'm definitely happy with that, especially after last year. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean it's a deep running back draft. I'm sure y'all could get a running back 3rd or 4th round, but
Genty
quarterback, y'all not getting Genty. Genty not falling to no damn. Where y'all like 21?
21, yeah.
Genty not falling to 21.
Yeah.
I don't think
Genty going top 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he getting past 10. If he don't go to the Raiders, he's not falling past Chicago at 10.
Do Genty go 1 to the Titans?
Hell no.
Who the Titans got?
Bruh, Genty is a number 1 running back overall pick.
Who do the Titans got?
As a running back, they got 2 running backs. They got Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears.
Tony Pollard ain't been good since Zeke was with the Cowboys.
I mean, he was decent last year. He still ran for 1,000 yards.
Everybody run for 1,000. It's an offensive league.
He ran. Hey, some people ain't getting 1,000. I'm just saying. So everybody get 1,000, but when everybody say, Najee rushed for 1,000 every season. Then it's such a big.
It's 17 games. That all it is. What 50 yards?
Ah man, everybody want to talk about. Everybody want to talk about 1,000 yards till it don't mean nothing, man. Yeah, so is Mike Evans' 1,000 yards not celebrated?
No, that's different. That's consistency.
1,000 yards.
That's receiving though.
Okay. He's a running back. That's
I'm handing you the ball. You make everything else happen.
I throw him the ball. That's about 60 yards right there off one throw.
Come on, exactly. You gotta get open though.
What?
You gotta get open. You gotta catch that motherfucker. I'm handing you the ball. You tripping?
And you gotta run for that. You gotta run through a hole.
You gotta block it.
See, he wasn't an offensive player, y'all. Y'all can clearly tell him.
I respect the receivers more than I respect the running backs.
Hey man, running backs take the
they take the punishment. Yeah, come on. I'm about to knock your head out. You come through that hole.
That's a lie. You still gotta.
The receivers take punishment too. Run and slam,
bro.
Run and slam,
bro.
I double dare you to run and slam.
I've done both. I'm telling you, as a running back, it's harder to get 1,000 as a running back versus 1,000 as a receiver.
You gonna get me killed.
Yeah, of course, if you run through the middle with bad quarterback play,
Exactly.
but think about that. That's a running back. Every time they go through the hole, they getting smacked like that.
Nah, you got a chance to react though.
Receivers don't?
No.
Oh my God. What are we
You don't
talking
got a chance to react. Your quarterback throw that ball. This nigga.
Yeah, but that's your quarterback putting you in a bad spot. You still, when you...
I'm not putting you in a bad spot. I'm putting the ball in your stomach. You can make whatever else happen.
What if somebody don't block? How about that?
Well, that's different. They didn't do their job.
Then that's football. Anything can happen that way.
Man, listen,
I'm saying
who got the harder job? Receivers or running backs?
I'm saying on the more consistent basis, a running back is taking way more punishment. I think it's way harder to get 1,000 yards as a running back versus 1,000 as a receiver. Hell yeah.
No, because I gotta catch the ball.
Yeah.
If I don't catch this ball, I don't get no yards.
You also gotta run and not get tackled as a running back. Wait.
Okay, you can not get hit.
What
Easy.
You think Zeke first 3 years versus Zeke last 3 years, it was a big difference. Why? Because he done took so much punishment over the years. Like, it's not easy.
I'm not saying they don't take more punishment. I didn't say that. I'm saying the receiver job is harder. That's all I'm saying.
If the running back got to take more punishment, you don't think that's harder?
No.
Whoa.
You handing me the ball. I'm doing that. Yeah.
You missing past the handing me the ball part. It's also the getting.
You could not get hit.
Bro, think about
What
this.
they call it? But business decisions.
Think about this.
What's his name?
The
What
running
is
back
for the Seahawks?
Marshawn Lynch?
No, not the running back. The receiver.
DK Metcalf?
No, the one. Every time he catch the ball, niggas just fall.
Oh, you talking about Tyler Lockett?
Yeah, that's business decisions.
What is that? What are you saying?
That's not taking punishment. Running backs can do the same thing.
And you see
Step
how
out of bounds.
for the top. What are we talking about?
It's business decisions.
What are we talking about, bro? You gotta think every play. That's what I was gonna say. The running back is the only position on the field where you can get blindlessly hit and you don't get called for it. Like every time a running back get tackled, the whole team is falling on top of that running back to make sure.
That's not true. We not gonna do that one.
What?
You get blindly hit as a defensive end.
Yes, you can be defenseless and get hit, but I'm saying as far as full on contact hit, running back get blindsided from protection of the quarterback. Like even on plays where running backs are not involved, they are still getting hit.
Yeah.
It's not the same for receivers.
I agree with that. I'm not saying their punishment isn't more. I'm saying I feel receivers' job is harder. You have to get open, catch the ball, and not get hit.
You can still get hit, but I'm saying if a quarterback throw you a 60-yard bomb, Tyreek put up 250 or 200 in the first quarter of a game. Like
you gotta get open. I respect that nigga who gotta get open.
But you see how easy it was. I ain't gonna say how easy because it's subjective. None of it is easy.
Right.
But that's 200 yards in one game.
I understand that. Shit, CJ.
You get one great pass. You get one great pass. Boom. That's 60 yards.
Okay, so was Alvin Kamara job hard when the nigga had damn near 7 touchdowns
but
in the game?
You see how Kamara gotta do all the
exactly. He not getting hit
because he doing all. Come on. All right. So you think it's harder to juke 5 people and run 60 yards, or be the DB open and run 60 yards? Which of those is harder? Come on now.
Wait, huh? You just lost me real quick.
Okay. As a running back, do you think it's harder for the running back to get the ball, break through the line of scrimmage, fake about 4 or 5 people? Imagine you Alvin Kamara in your head. Fake like 5 or 4 people. You know how he be jumping over people with the balance and run a 60-yard touchdown? Or you think it's easier as you as Tyreek Hill to jab step in and out and break off for 60 yards? Catch the ball, boom, that's a touchdown. What of those situations was harder?
Still going down the field to catch the ball.
So y'all, we gonna see where Shador lands in this draft. That's gonna determine a lot about.
Drop that answer in the comments, man.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about that right now. So we just gonna end off on that as far as the NFL talks. But back to the NBA, I was gonna see we got some breaking news that just came out today. The Nuggets fired their coach and GM, as a matter of fact, Mike Malone.
I didn't know they fired the GM.
Yeah, they fired the GM and the coach both today.
Damn.
So reports was that it was a lot of toxicity in the locker room. The GM and the manager, they wasn't getting along. It was stale energy, toxic energy in the air, and it was kind of just bringing everybody down. Right. There was reports being said that a lot of the players was disgruntled with the coach. The coach is one of those old head tough guys that's like the hard coach and Pat Riley types, and outside of Nikola Jokic, outside of Nikola Jokic and Murray, a lot of the other players, or some of the other players, was having frustrations with him, which is, I feel like, kind of funny because it's a basketball team. It's only like 9 players.
So it's only gonna be 7 to 8 when it's playoff time.
That's what I'm saying. So the fact that 2, it's not even 2 of them. It's only like, all right, out of y'all 5, which one of y'all talking ish? Unless it's all of y'all. But I mean, how do you feel about the firm?
From what I seen, I can only go based on what I seen because I'm not in the locker room. From what I seen, coaches hold people accountable for not doing their job, not looking at film. So,
yeah.
In that other words, some people are childish. You supposed to be a grown man. If somebody holding you accountable, you supposed to look at that in a good way. Obviously, he sees something that you don't see, but you're not trying to put your best foot forward. So obviously, that's hurting your team. Y'all losing, and there. Jokic putting up damn near 70 points and y'all still losing. So that tells you something is going on. Plus Murray hurt. Joey Porter Jr. hurt. So
you feel like when he was saying that in their press conference that he was talking about Michael Porter or Jamal Murray?
I said Joey Porter. I meant Michael Porter.
Yeah, I know you meant.
Yeah.
You think that's what he was talking about?
Yeah, definitely got a lot to do with it. Everything, especially my best player is putting the whole team on his back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he need help, but I mean, okay. So would you blame him for that, or would you blame the roster construction? Because we all know that the roster construction wasn't that good.
Right. Yeah.
Everywhere that Russell Westbrook goes, somebody getting fired. I'm gonna just say that. I'm just put that out there. I don't know where it came from. I'm just letting you know. Darvin Ham, Mike Malone. Right. I ain't gonna say Ty Lue, but hey, Ty Lue had to get him up out of there for it was by his son. Oh, my bad. Paul George got him out of there. You see?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. You forgot about him. He went to the Sixers. You don't even remember he be playing. So my parlay about 2 months ago. I don't even think about that MF no more.
So how you feel?
About the firing. I mean, the fact that it was right before the season ended. They're like, what, the first seed right now? Like, you fire your coaching GM right before playoffs start. It had to be real bad.
Right.
Yeah. And, I mean, they just won the championship 2 years ago. You would think, with that being said, the coach would get a lot more, rope. Yeah. In a situation like this. But, I mean, I guess that just goes to show how toxic the situation must have had to have been for you to, towards the end of the season, right before playoffs, and he just got y'all around. Like, it had to be something bad.
In with the new, out with the old.
Yeah, and, the GM left too, so it was kind of like the owner just washed his hand with the whole situation. Yeah, but as far as the losing goes...
But you don't do that right when the playoffs start, too. So it's something deeper.
Yeah, it's something deeper. But, like I said, I also feel like you can't really blame him fully just because, like I said, the roster construction was bad from jump anyway. And then, why bring Russell Westbrook? Do you see the way in which they were losing? You can't really blame him for that. Right. He don't really have the personnel. Nobody was spending money. All their best players from that champion, not their best players, but
they role
players from that championship team. Bruce Brown, KCP. Yeah, all of them, they got traded. Yeah, and if you
can't pay everybody,
and the 3 people that they did pay, 2 of them are injured right now, and they all on max contracts. Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic. I mean, shoot, they got Russell Westbrook for a bargain, and he kind of playing for the other team half the time.
It's like Russell play good, then he do a bonehead play.
Yeah. I mean, he a good coach. He not going to be out of work for long. Somebody going to hire him.
Assistant coach for the Lakers. Tell us how to stop Jokic.
Nah.
Tell us how to stop Jokic.
I don't. JJ Redick don't need that in there. right
Yeah, I was
now.
just playing, man.
And yeah, honestly, if anybody, the GM from the Nuggets, he went to I want to say he got fired. He got let go. We'll just say he got let go from the Nuggets. He built that team up. Boom, won the championship. Went straight to the Timberwolves. Boom, built them up to beat the Nuggets, and they ain't beat the Nuggets in like six wins now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's definitely looking like, I don't want to say the downfall of the Nuggets. Look, I don't want to call it.
I ain't even gonna say it's a downfall.
They
still right there.
They need to. I mean, when you got a historic player at any, you always got to change.
You need that extra mile, like the extra jump.
Exactly. And right now the way it's looking, they need some. I don't want to say something a panic move, but they need a move to like. You know what I mean?
I
Change
know
it up.
seeing the pictures.
Yeah.
With Jokic going to the Lakers with Luka.
Yeah, nah, I don't like that. But it's honestly the same way, and I know we gotta get off in a minute, but honestly the same way, like the Nuggets is moving right now, especially with Jokic, it's kind of reminding me how Giannis was with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Like, you know, boom, won the MVP, get your hardware, whatever. Once you finally win your ring, then you kind of have like a weird little playoff.
Yeah,
I don't want to say run, but a couple weird playoff
little hiccups.
Fire your coach the same way they got rid of Mike Budenholzer.
Yeah.
Same way they just fired their coach. You know what I mean? It's literally doing the same.
It's just a trend.
Yeah. No. Now what happened was with the Bucks, same way I just called it, they just ended up getting Dame. So boom, they tried to switch it.
But you got to. I don't know. Me personally, I don't call Jamal Murray no superstar because he only played good versus purple and gold.
In the playoffs, he a demon now. Don't get me wrong. That's my favorite. I'll never forget when him and Donovan Mitchell was going.
That's the bubble. Everybody hooped during the bubble.
Hey, everybody ain't been hooping since the bubble. I ain't heard TJ Warren name since the bubble.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly. But hey, all I'm saying is, if the Nuggets make a big move in the offseason and they mess around and end up getting Trae Young or something, don't say I ain't call it. That's all I'm gonna say.
But while we still on the NBA, shout out Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, both combined for 80 points the other night versus the Pistons.
And what, they into tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
I was like, why should I do? But I got one final question for you before we get off. Who do you think is your scariest team in the playoffs?
Out of the East?
East or West? Like, who do you think is not the favorite, but the team that don't nobody want to see?
I'm going to say the Warriors out of the West right now.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the East, I'm going to go Pistons.
Well, you like the Pistons, I see.
Shout out to Cade Cunningham.
I like, for some reason, and I don't know why, I feel like OKC could scare somebody tonight. They underdogs, but they keep on winning. Like, you would think they're the number 2 seed. Eventually, somebody gonna show them something. They keep on winning. Yeah. But I'm just saying scary. It's not like, you know, I ain't expecting them to win something, but like,
If they
could ruin somebody's little playoff picture. That's what I'm saying. And then out the East, hey man, I don't know if it's just me. I still say give me the Bucks. The Bucks in 7 games. The Bucks in 7 games could still take anybody.
I think they're cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take nothing past Giannis. That's my guy. That's just me. That's how I feel about it.
Right.
You're not stopping the freak. Jimmy Butler ain't in Miami no more, so ain't no more walls being built. But yeah, that's how I feel, man. With that being said, I feel like we had a great edition. Not even this week or this version of Conversation Junkies episode. And you know, we got a lot going on with as far as we got our streams coming this week with NBA playoffs coming. So y'all stay tuned. We gonna add that in our links and all our social medias, and y'all go like, comment, and subscribe. With that being said, appreciate y'all fellas for joining. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah.